Hello everybody and welcome to Vicky Pattison, The Secret To. This week I am joined by none other than Towie Star, lovable reality rogue, and everyone's favourite doggy dad. It's Pete Wicks, everybody! Woo!
Oh, you really went for the woo again, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Is it too much woo? Am I too much woo?
I think you're a little bit too much woo.
I'm just too much woo for you. Everyone else loves my woo.
Too much woo for me.
Yeah, you're a miserable bastard, aren't you?
I am really miserable. And do you know what? Today I'm especially miserable.
Why? What
Because
are you sad about?
What have I got to be sad about? At the minute, I literally cannot go on Instagram because everyone's away.
Oh,
Why
don't get
everyone
me
on a fucking beach, right? Everyone.
No, I know. I literally have just said the same thing this morning. And you know, it's not even just a beach. It feels like everyone's in the Maldives. Like, quite frankly, it must be fucking horrible. It must be like just walking down Brentwood High Street because you'll see everybody.
Yeah, the Maldives now is like going faces against Hill on a Sunday night back in the day.
Oh, I used to love it there.
Yeah. Do you remember some of the nights we've had there, to be fair?
Oh, babe,
I've actually got a picture on my phone of me and you there from about 7 years ago, 8 years ago.
I remember there was pictures when you were going out with someone, and she'll remain nameless, there's no point. But like me and you have obviously not seen each other for a while, and we're like chatting and having this really animated talk, and she's just sitting there next to her. She looked, bless her, she dealt with it like a true champ.
I'm glad someone did. I mean, it didn't go too well when I got home, I don't think. But...
Oh, was that just for my benefit? I'm so sorry. Ruining relationships since 2000. Thank you.
Homewrecker 1 and 2 over here, me and you.
Right. I thought you were just going to say you were miserable because everyone's giving it the whole new year, new me thing. That
also fucks me off. Actually, very good point. New year, new me. This year I'm going to do. No, you're going to be the same prick you were in fucking December, right? Honestly, it bothers me so much, right? This year's going to be so much better than the last year. Well, it probably won't because you're not going to change who you are and you're still a fucking idiot. So actually, you're just going to get the same crap this year as you did last year. Shut up.
I don't know how we've ended up being such good friends because I swear I am everything you hate on Instagram.
Oh, God. Yeah, but I've muted you, so it's fine. Do you know what I mean? I only see your stuff when I want to. I have to check your stuff to see what's happening.
Such a dick. And I know when you say my stuff because it's always like Milo things you comment on. So you must have some sort of alert like on Instagram, like unless it's doggy related, I just don't want to know.
Yeah, well, exactly. Do you know what I mean? That this year I'm going to do fuck off.
Yeah, right. I think I probably already know the answer to this then, based on that reaction. But do you have any resolutions? Is that not your bag either?
No. I think you should just continually try and improve as a person, not just do it at the start of a new year, right? And I'm continually trying to improve as a person and continually getting worse. So I'm sort of going backwards.
Regressing.
I was my best self the day I was born, and since then it's slowly gone fucking downhill.
This is one thing that I find like it is really attractive and endearing about you. And you'll hate us for this comparison, but there's another fella I know who does it as well. And people are surprised when he does it as well. Spencer Matthews, right? Everyone assumes he's going to be like quite arrogant or quite into yourselves or whatever. But actually, when we meet, you're very self-depreciating and like modest. And it's do you know, Pete, it is really attractive and it is really nice.
I think it's just called being a realist.
No, see, again, you're still doing it, you smooth bastard. You've got this is why this is your charm. This is the appeal right here. Everyone's seeing it firsthand now.
No. Well, because I genuinely am great now and then. But most of the time, I'll tell you what I'm great for: a night out.
Yeah, 110%, no argument here.
Other than that, bit of a wanker. But it's fine because I've got that one quality of being good on a night out.
I tell you what, you're not bad at either, though, and nobody can argue with this. Like you're a hit with the ladies, mate. Like, I mean, I know you're probably going to get all like, you know, oh God, who me? But I have a list here in front of me, which like...
Oh, fucking hell, don't start giving me lists. Fuck me.
I'm sorry. I've got to be honest, my producer's done her research and I was presented with this morning. Jessica Powers, Chloe Sims, Lily Haynes, Lucy Humphries, Chloe Brockett, Alicia May, Chriselle Stouse, Ella Ray Weiss, and Madison Sarah. I don't know if that last one's two separate names or if that's her name, Madison Sarah. I honestly don't know so many of them on that list. It's probably a testament to truly how old and miserable I am. But I recognise some of them, mate. And And some of the people I know aren't even on there. So that's a canny good list.
I'm just a friendly guy. They're all very good friends of mine. You know, I like to have a lot of friends. I don't believe in sex before marriage, so I am still a virgin. And yeah, I just like to hug.
I bet you're dead excited for your first shag.
You bet what?
I bet you're dead excited for your first shag. Oh yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait because I've got friction burns on my hands. I wank so much. I'm so desperate just to really get stuck in.
Oh, but obviously with your wife and the woman that you love, of course.
Obviously, yeah, with my soulmate.
Yes, soulmate. Oh, okay. Well, no, yeah, great. I mean, how much? Because they were just, ripped off the internet. Like, how much of that list is complete fabrication, and how much is like, oh, there's a little grain of truth there?
An awful lot of it is fabrication. Put it this way: Chriselle lives in America. I've never met her.
And also, like when Chriselle's burst on our scene, we've been in a pandemic the entire time. Like, there's just no way. So I get that. But people love to create a story about you. And like, why do you think that is? Do you think that's because you are a very flirty, friendly fella? Or do you think it's because you've not had like a huge, substantial relationship in a while and people are desperate to see you paid off?
I think it's, listen, I haven't got the best reputation because I do have this reputation of always being around different women and all that sort of stuff. It doesn't matter who I'm out with. I think you've been at one point, we were supposed to have been dating years ago.
Oh, we've had a couple times.
Yeah, my mum has been my mystery woman. I remember taking my mum to an event. Yeah, Tracy. She was fucking over the moon the next day.
I'm not being funny, but Tracy is the fucking image of you as well. That's just such lazy journalism.
I went outside an event, took my mum to an event outside, just having a cigarette, and my mum had her back to the cab. Pete singing Mystery Blonde amid cheating rumours.
Brilliant.
Towie Hunk sing with Mystery Blonde. It was my fucking mother. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? We are very close, but we ain't that fucking close.
Oh, bless you, pal, Essex.
Yeah, a lot of what you see and like in the papers and all that sort of stuff is just utter crap. Yeah. It really is just utter bollocks. But unfortunately, I think I've probably made it worse for myself because I don't have a great reputation. So it's like people just assume any bird or any girl that I'm next to or talking to. In fact, I've got another great story. Well, it's not a great story. It's actually quite a sad story. Oh. But so I was outside. I think it might have been Faces a few years ago, like 5 years ago. Yeah. I'm outside and this girl's come up. Oh, Pete, can I have a picture? Blah blah blah. So I'm talking. Yeah, cool. So I'm outside just doing a picture with this girl. And then her friend comes up and her friend started crying and she was like, oh look, I've had a really bad year, told me a few different things, so I've gone, oh babe, come here, and give her a big hug and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, perhaps I've taken a fucking picture of that. Next day, Pete's seen chatting to a bevy of fucking women and all this crap. I then get a message on Instagram saying my boyfriend's dumped me because he thinks that I went home with you, like all this fucking crap, just because. And she was literally asking for a picture, but because the paps have taken this whole thing, they do it all the time.
I know.
All the time. Or Pete makes girl cry, and it's somewhat. Like, I don't even know her. Like, do you know what I mean? I actually, even better than that, I actually got pictured. You know, if you go out in London and you have the lovely ladies are always so like polite and lovely, who sell the flowers and all that.
Oh, the roses, yeah, of course.
Been pictured one of them. Yeah.
They didn't say you bought her flowers, did they? Yeah. Yes, of course.
Pete buys mystery woman flowers, eh? They're her fucking flowers. She was trying to sell them to me.
No, but I can totally relate. Like, get on this. So when I broke up with my ex, and like I was the poster girl for like pity and heartbreak and all the rest of it again. Me and you were going out loads, weren't we?
Yeah.
And I remember being on this night out in Monkey House with like all my lad pals from Essex. And they were just trying to cheer us up, bless them, because I was really sad. You were doing a great job of it as well. And like one of them helped me cross a road, like over to like Mayfair Club, you know, that one between Novikov and Mayfair Bar. And he's just helping us cross the road. And I'm like laughing and leaning in. And of course, it's everywhere. Daily Mail, Vicky's new man, blah, blah, blah. He was in like a serious relationship with a girl who honestly, I remember getting a message off him the next day and he was like, for obvious reasons, I won't be spending any time with you for a while. Like, his girlfriend was so mad. And like, I don't blame her. Like, fuck me, imagine like, it's so bad. Like, the power that the paps have and the press have to completely like misconstrue a situation. Like, I get it, it's entertainment and all the rest of it, but there's very real lives on the other side of that. So I do think they have a responsibility to fact check potentially.
Oh, even recently, a few weeks ago, I was out with a group of people, and we were quite drunk, and we went on to obviously, we went on somewhere else. But we all got rickshaws, all of us. So there was about 4 rickshaws in a line. So there was like two, like in a row. They cut everyone else out of it and made it look like I was on it. So they zoomed straight in on the rickshaw I was in, and I was in it with and cut everyone else out. So it was just Pete goes on date on rickshaw. There was a whole group of us, like a fucking like a
convoy,
a convoy of rickshaws. No, everyone else was gone. Fuck them. No, it's just Pete, just there with this fucking girl. And you think, oh, for fuck's sake.
Can it win, mate? But honestly, the most shocking part of that story is the fact that you all put your hands in your pockets for them rickshaws. Me and Erkan got one at Christmas on what Christmas date day. We went from like
Christmas date day.
Yeah, I'm a real Jim. We didn't spend Christmas together, did we? He was with his family and I was with mine. So
that's cute then.
Yeah, we did this like nice day. We went to Ivy and then we went to Wonderland.
I hate happy couples.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, babe. I feel like I'm not going to like rub it in your face at all. But yeah, we did that. And it was only from fucking like Harrods to Hyde Park. Like, you know how short that is. And the fella wanted 60 quid. Honestly, it ruined Erkan's whole day. He was absolutely livid about it. I was like, just pay the fucking fella, babe. Like, it's not like he's in a car. Like, he's literally rode with here on his own back. Just pay the fucking fella.
Yeah, the geezer's got to Hyde Park.
Erkan's arguing and that. He's like, I'll give you 40. I was like,
I'll get you 40 in a Lucasade Sport. Calm yourself fucking down, son.
And have a puff on your inhaler.
Yeah, it is mad. It is mad. But I do like them, Ricks, because you get them ones that have the music, don't you? And you just go along and everyone, especially if you go through like Soho or something like that, and you get them ones with all the music and they play it so fucking loud, it deafens you.
Oh,
and, but whenever I see people going past on them, I think, oh, dickhead. Because they're always playing like, especially at Christmas, Mariah Carey, All I Want.
Last Christmas.
Yeah. And you know what I'm like? I fucking hate Christmas.
You just hate other people being happy. You are the epitome of the Grinch.
No, I am literally. Yeah. To be fair, I am the Grinch. I despise Christmas and New Year's with an absolute passion. It makes me feel quite violent.
But so what is it, right? So what is that about then? Is it because everyone else is so happy, or is it because you think it's fake, or is it just because you are literally becoming like that miserable old bastard? Like, I think you're a little bit like Jim from the royal family. Do you remember him?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I love, what a great show, Ricky Tomlinson.
Iconic.
Do you know? I love seeing other people happy. Genuinely, I know I take the piss, but I think it's great when other people are happy. I just don't believe everyone is that happy, and I think it's quite annoying.
So you think it's the whole contrived element
I just
of
think
Christmas
it's very
that gets
yeah, and also it's like you're forced to, like, everyone goes, oh, we'll go for Christmas drinks. Why? I haven't seen you the rest of the fucking year, so why the fuck am I going to go for a Christmas drink with you?
My favourite part of it, and the memes really kicked off about it this year, was it's almost about time for everyone to sit in front of the tree with the fella who's cheated on them all year in their matching pajamas and say, I'm so lucky. Because we know it happens. It almost does feel, and I get where you're coming from.
Miss Claus, Mr. Claus. Last week, he was getting a nosh off some birding fucking Scunthorpe. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
So is it the hypocrisy of it all? I think that's where it is.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, like, I do like genuine. Listen, I think it's very different for kids. I think it's great for kids to have a really beautiful Christmas and all that sort of stuff. But I just think as you get older, it's just the fucking fuss of it, isn't it?
No, I know. It's a lot of upheaval.
And also, another one of my pet hates. There's a
We're
fucking
really on a roll today, aren't we?
Yeah, you've really caught me on good drive.
Such a positive space here.
I'll be positive after. All right, this is my last one.
Okay, go on. Your last whinge, and then we're moving on to nice things.
My last whinge is everyone showing everyone what they got for Christmas.
No, I know, that's annoying.
I just find it like, oh, look what my boyfriend bought me a Rolex and I can't hear about. Look, do you know what I mean? Shut the fuck up, because someone else just got a packet of Rolos. Like, you don't need to it's lovely that your boyfriend's done that for you, but shut the fuck up. All right, and then what happens is throughout January, every picture's like that. Did you get a watch for Christmas? No. Tell me what the time is, you fucking idiot. So anyway, that's the whinge done. Positive time. You know, I just feel like a better person in January.
Are you quite finished?
Yes, I'm done. Thank you.
You're done. Oh, well, thank you for that.
Okay. All of that's getting cut out. Let's be positive.
No. I mean, honestly, I always say life has ebbs and flows and it's important. I'm one of life's ebbs and you are one of life's flows. We balance each other quite well.
We're like yin and yang.
Yin and yang. I'm going back to your dating history, but I'm going to put a real positive spin on it here, right? Like, I remember when I left the jungle.
That time someone did.
Yeah, no, let me see if I can first before you pat us on the back. When I left the jungle, I remember like I couldn't be seen with any fella. Like, even like you say, like I could have got papped with me dad and there would have been like, oh, mystery fella. So I think like, and there was a lot of the time nothing going on, you know? And so I think, and I got so frustrated with this idea that I couldn't just be a young single woman who was really focused on her career and really keen to like make a name for herself in this world she'd found herself in, and could just be happy without having a significant other. I got really frustrated, and that, you know, the implication I couldn't just have male mates and all the rest of it. Like, do you ever feel like that? Do you ever just feel like, hang on a second, is it so outside your realm of comprehension that I am just a young single lad having a nice time and I'm happy that way?
Yeah, 100%. Because I think what people, especially when you get over 30, Vic,
Yeah.
people go, God, why are you single? What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Eh? Well, an awful lot, but I didn't realise that that's why I'm single. I think people, do you know what I mean? You go to weddings and that, and it's like, do you want a plus one? You think, well, not really, but now I feel like I have to take someone. Do you know what I mean? Like that, it's because it's like they've just well, no, can I come on my own? I mean, I don't know. Do I have to bring someone? I mean, I don't know. Do I? But I think what people don't understand is when you get above 30, is people just assume it's because no one wants you, or like it's like people go, oh yeah, well that's a red flag. Why? Why is that a red flag? Is it? What have I done? But I listen. I would love to get married one day. I believe in soulmates. I've said it a million times before. I believe in all that. But I'm not going to be in a relationship if that isn't the person that I genuinely see the rest of my life with. And I think a lot of the time now people jump from relationship. They're constantly in relationships, just relationship all the time.
Yeah.
Don't really give themselves to any time to actually find themselves and find out. It's just as important knowing what you don't want as it is knowing what you do want.
Agree.
And I think what people don't give themselves time to actually realize who they are, and then they think that having someone else completes them.
Yeah.
No one completes you. Complete yourself. And I always think that there's in relationships, what I would like is to find someone who has their life, and I've still got my life, but we also have a life together.
Yeah.
You have to have some identity and individuality, whether you're in a
Crossover.
relationship. Yeah, whether you're in a relationship or not, because you're still an individual person. We are all, there is 7 billion, however many people in the world, we are all completely and utterly unique. And that is the most beautiful thing about every single person out there, is that we are completely unique. Don't ever lose that just to be in a relationship because you feel like you have to be with someone. Learn to be on your own and be okay being on your own, because I think that's just as important. And it's not just, because no one wants me.
I mean, I think we've read the list piece. Like, everybody wants you, and understandably so. Like, I'm biased, you're my bestie, but you're a fucking catch me. So no, I think that's really interesting. Like, there's all like I've read things before, where it's like happiness doesn't come from being with another person. Like, happiness won't come from validation on social media. It won't come from a bigger bust. It won't come from that next promotion. Happiness comes from within. It's internal work, and you need to get your head down and do that work before you can then go on and be happy. And I think we often, I don't know whether we ignore it deliberately, because getting in a relationship or getting a boob job or, like getting a new job, all those things are easier than actually turning and looking within and realizing where we're probably lacking and what is probably wrong, and doing that internal work. I think that is probably what it is. That stuff hurts. Addressing traumas, working on yourself, trying to be better, that stuff is difficult. So nipping off the turkey and getting new teeth, or bloody, going out with a new fella, they're easier. And I think that's why we want them to bring us happiness, but they don't really do it in the long
It's
run.
a short-term fix for a long-term problem, isn't it?
Agreed.
Because
Absolutely.
it's like anything. Getting a new, whether it's a new bag makes you happy for a fucking day, or getting a new set of tits, or getting a new whatever it may be, or a new partner, it's great for a few months. But then the reality,
gratification.
Yeah, instant gratification. Yeah, exactly. You might as well just have a wank, right? Because that does the same thing. It's a lot quicker. But
We've talked about wanking so much, and I don't think until the day it was ever said.
Oh well,
On Vicky
sorry.
Pattison. You're the first wanker I've had.
Thank you.
Pattison, the secret too.
Thank you. But you're completely right, and actually, they are short-term fixes to longer-term problems. And listen, I'm not in a position. I've spent a long time now really single. Most of my life I've been single, and a lot of that is down to the fact that I don't feel like I'm in a position to be able to offer anyone what I think they deserve. Really, I want to be in a position where I can offer someone all of me, and I don't think I am, because I have my own issues and whatever else, like everyone does, that mean that I will not give someone all of me, and if I can't do that, then it's not fair.
You know what? That is such an evolved sentiment, and like such a really self-aware comment. Like, I think it's really interesting for me to hear the flip side of this, because for years, obviously, like, you saw me when I fell apart, like when my last relationship broke down. Like, the thought for me, obviously it was hard to be cheated on. It was hard to feel like your relationship broke down. But I think the overriding thing I felt was, oh my God, I'm going to be fucking single again at 31.
Yeah.
And like, that's what I was so
I remember you
terrified
saying
about.
that non-stop, like literally, it was non-stop. You used to say that.
Sounds as though it wasn't annoying as well.
No, not in a bad way, but it always used to be like, and I used to think, but the age bit doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, and it's certainly for a woman, I do think there's a lot more pressure, 100% on a woman being 30 but listen, we're all on a fucking our own journey. That might not be what socially everyone thinks you should do. Like, socially you should do this, and you're supposed to find someone, then you move in together, then you're supposed to do this, then you're supposed to do that, then you're supposed to fuck off. Like, do you know what I mean? I will do it my way. It's my life, and it is my journey. And everyone is so worried about getting to the next destination that they don't enjoy the journey they're on, because they're too busy worrying about what I've got to do next, what I've got to do next, what I've got to do next. Like, chill the fuck out.
That constant hamster wheel. But you're so right. But like, it was refreshing, Pete, to hear the male's perspective on that, and understand that actually you guys do feel those pressures that other people put on you as well. And I don't know, I just think, I know I've at times said to you like, oh, and I'm just because I'm nosy. That's the only reason I ever ask about your love life, is because I am very boring, and I vicariously live through your exciting romances. So I think that's why I ask. But I'm sorry if I've ever made you feel like that, because I'm actually so proud of you, just like marching to the beat of your own drum, and like being really self-aware and thinking, well, I'm not ready, so I'll do it when the time's right, rather than just when everyone else tells me to. So fucking good on you, babe. I actually think you're a bit of an icon.
But well, fuck me.
I do. I think you're
first
a bit
time
of
I've been called that. Yes, it's normally another four-letter word.
No, I think you're a modern day dating icon. Yeah, I'm going for it. I've said it.
Hell, this is a great podcast. Honestly, this is the ego. This is the ego boost I needed today. You know what I mean? Wow. You go on, Vic.
Yeah, babe. Just like,
fuck me, I almost wish I bought you a Christmas present.
No, but you go little rock star. You just like do your life, live your best time, and just, I don't know, like, settle when you're ready, babes, and not a moment before.
But you know that the hard part of that is that I listen, I enjoy dating, and we all like to have that intimacy and that kind of feeling of seeing, and that's what gets me in trouble, is that I do obviously enjoy that sort of stuff, but I tell everyone I probably can't give you what you want. So but it gets me in trouble, because you do want that person around, but you don't. I can't do the full thing, because I'm just not ready to do it, and that's what gets me in so much trouble. Why everyone ends up thinking I'm a knob. I don't mean to be. I hate, you know me. I hate hurting people, but that's all I ever seem to do, and I think that's that's something that again is something that I need to work on, isn't it? There's loads of. I'll just add that to the list of things I need to work on.
But we're all like progress, not perfection. We're all works of art in progress. So I think, and nobody ever seems to manage to stay mad at Pete Wicks for very long. Like, I don't think I've ever been very mad at you for very long. But like, even looking at the people,
I don't think we've ever had a row, Vic.
We had one once, because you blocked us.
Yes.
like the less said about that, the better in this.
Yes. Forgot about that one.
Well, Pete wasn't allowed to be my friend for a while, so I got blocked.
Yeah.
But like again,
My mum thought she was a bad influence.
Yeah, me and no way would Tracy think that she absolutely loves me.
Do you know what the weirdest thing is? Yeah, she actually does. Do you know what's really annoying? Is my mum has turned into a keyboard warrior. Like, she loves she loves Instagram. She's putting up memes and fucking. She don't give a. She's there. Fucking 3 years ago, she didn't even know what Instagram was.
Babe, wait till your mum says this to you, because this is the game changer. Yeah, I think I want a podcast. No, Carol. What on earth are you going to talk about on your podcast?
Can we just point out, right, that Vic's mum and my mum, we all did like Vic had a show, like a dinner
pilot
show,
we made, didn't we?
Can you just imagine, for just close your eyes for 10 seconds and just imagine your mum and my mum doing a podcast together? They would be drunk for the entire thing.
The thing
worse than me and you.
I know, I'd listen to it though, mate. Like, we're laughing, I'm being scornful, but I would fucking love it.
Tracy and Carol put the world to rights.
Oh, it's going to get made. I'm going to lobby for it to be made.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Well, imagine being a guest on your mum's podcast.
So imagine your mum being more successful than you. Every time my mum comes on any one of my shows, all that anyone says is, oh, we need more Carol. Carol needs her own show. And I'm like, you're fucking watching my show.
Yeah. Yeah, well, maybe you could make a bit of a career out of it. Ramesh Ranganathan did, or whatever his name is. His mum, everyone loves her more than they do him. He can't do a TV show without her being on it.
Who else? Is someone else? Is it Russell Howard? He goes all over with his mum as well, isn't he?
Who's Russell Howard?
The little blonde one.
Yes. Oh yeah, he does, yeah.
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 Maybe we're missing a trick. Maybe we need to stop being so scornful of our mum's ambitions and embrace them.
Maybe we should. I mean, listen, you're very good at getting you must be due a show at the minute. Have you got one?
Yeah, I'm making one currently.
Yeah. New year, new show. That's what Vic does every year.
Don't worry, I'll call you. You'll get the phone call. I'll need you in it for something.
I was just about to say I haven't had the phone call yet, but I'm waiting for it. Someone can't make today. Is Pete around? He's got to go shopping with Vic. Didn't we do a show where we went fucking shopping in a supermarket at one point?
We did.
We'd flown a plane together. Fuck me. We've done some weird shit. Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say now.
It was about my mum's having a podcast.
I think we should pitch a show where me, you, and the mums go around the world.
No, how about this though, right? Instead of around the world, we go to like a stag and hen hotspots.
Oh, fucking hell. But do you know the problem I've got with that is like, Vic, I mean, you're back in the day when you were single and a few years ago, you was a party animal.
Yeah.
Right. And I still love you for the fact that when we do go out, me and you, we click back into it.
Yeah, I can still be that person. I've got it in my locker.
Yes, but you grew up and I didn't.
But this is like a month of we're both regressing, going to places like
but
Barcelona and Madrid.
It won't be me and you. It won't be me and you. It'll be the mum. Because when we did that show, they got hammered. They were hammered. My mum, at the end of it, at the start of it, she was like, yeah, no, Pete was such a lovely boy. By the end of it, she was going, oh, he's a wanker. Where's the Prosecco? Fuck it. Do you remember?
Do you not remember the three of them? Because obviously Julie was there as well. And I can remember like all of them just got smashed and started digging out because we didn't do our own washing. And I just went to like check on a course. And by the time I come back, we were getting called worse than pickpockets. I was like, right, what have I fucking missed?
The worst one is when they started playing Never Have I Ever. Never have I ever had a threesome. My mum's like, oh yeah, fucking get that down. Yeah, fucking love it. Fucking hell, mum.
All the dicks.
Yeah, fucking I had one there and fucking mum, slow down.
Oh God.
Fucking, they used to call her Two Cock Tracy. She was all over the shop.
I'm going to Magaluf with Two Cock Tracy. I don't care what anyone says. I'm going. This show's happening.
Yeah, listen, she'd absolutely love it. She would. She'd be there, fucking cock in one hand, fishbowl in the other.
Okay, just please don't shag me, ma.
Well, I can't promise that.
I'm ending this. Part 1 is over, guys. Come back in part 2. Welcome back, everybody, to Vicky Pattison, The Secret To. I am joined by my bestie, Pete Wicks. Pete?
Vicky?
Can I ask you dead quick?
You can.
You've done probably about as many reality TV shows as me by this point.
Job swap, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of job swap, Babs. Never hurt anybody. What's your favourite one? What one stands out?
Oh, Bear Grylls, I think, for me.
Yeah, it's got to be, mate. And I would have been shocked if you hadn't have said that, to be honest with you. I am still fucking gutted I haven't done that.
Oh, no, do you know what? It's honestly one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had for loads of different reasons.
You got to meet Crackers, which, like, as you know, I share your, like, complete love for that man. What a blinding gentleman.
Is he not just the best man ever? Although I do think he is potentially slightly pissed off with me.
Why? What you doing, like?
Oh, I might have got his son drunk at his wedding.
I don't think you would have expected anything less, though, Pete. Like, how drunk are we talking? Finger a bridesmaid drunk?
Me or
No, you're always finger a bridesmaid drunk.
Yeah, it was terrible when I tried the bride. I'm joking. I'm joking. No, yeah, he was quite drunk, and he's only 17 at the time. Croyd, yeah.
Bless him.
Yeah, lovely. The spit of Crackers as well.
Oh,
Crackers kids are beautiful.
Oh, so you got the full Pete Wicks experience, did he?
Yeah, I think it was one of them. You know what? Like when you go to someone's wedding, and Crackers' friends obviously are all quite posh.
Yeah, I could imagine.
And then it was like it sort of. I felt like I may have been the entertainment. It was
novelty,
like, yeah.
The novelty Essex geezer.
Yeah, we've got a novelty numpty with us. I was sat on the table with all these, you know, no, me and Crackers, we rode together and we did this, and you know.
And I remember this one time we were like trekking Antarctica, and
we were at the Henley Regatta, and I was like, "Shut the fuck up and have a tequila, son. Come on, let's go." Yeah, I think I was on the rowdy table, put it that way.
Yeah, but anywhere else you would have been. Yeah. Do you know what? Very out of place.
But yeah, Bear Grylls. I met some mate Joe Wood, who was another amazing person, and Martin Kemp. You know, those three guys that were on Bear Grylls when I did it. It was just an amazing experience to spend time with people like that from completely different backgrounds and actually just experience something that it was life changing, really.
Blinding lineup there as well, babe. Because I imagine with a show like that, it does really affect your time there, who you put in there with.
Oh, 100%. Me and Crackers, like to this day, both say that I think we both would have struggled if we didn't have each other. And we're probably, on paper, two people you'd think they're not going to get on. And I actually remember Crackers saying to me, when I got the list of people it was, I didn't know who the fuck you were. I Googled you and thought, he's going to be a cock. Literally, and from day one, we were like that. Yeah, great guy. And obviously you've done a show with him. He's just an amazing guy.
That's the beauty of shows like that. And like, I'm tempted to reminisce about the time that, like, was it Michael Burke was in the jungle with Chipmunk? Was it those two together? Can you not remember?
No, because you know me, I don't watch reality TV, do I? I never watch anything.
You don't watch anything, which I think is probably fairer.
Unless it's a serial killer or David Attenborough, I don't watch it.
Oh, I mean, you've got to love Attenborough, though, haven't you?
Oh, haven't you?
You just got to love him.
Haven't you?
Such a gentle gent.
Well, have you ever met him, Vic?
No, are you mad? Have you?
No.
You're going to tell me? I was going to thought.
No.
That would be on my CV if I'd met Attenborough.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I think I would actually have it tattooed on me. Yeah. I've met Attenborough.
That would be literally one of your more like make sense tattoos. Some of yours are absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Do your best Attenborough impression.
The male hippopotamus slowly mounts the female in the wilderness as the cold air beats the ground.
You sound like you're doing animal porn. You just made it dirty.
I just listen. He's got such a soft, like voice, and it's so soothing. So that is what I imagine. My soothing voice doesn't sound that soothing, though, does it?
Nah, it sounds pretty sexy, but not soothing.
Oh shit.
Oh, you can't have everything, Pete. You can't have everything. You've got to leave something else for the other boys.
Yeah, I bet he was a right absolute heartbreaker in the day as well, Attenborough. Still is now.
Shag him.
I was just about to say, you'd 100% still shag him. Do you know what?
Show me who someone says. Show me someone who says they wouldn't still shag Attenborough, and I'll show you a liar.
To be honest with you, so would I.
legend, mate. British institution. An
100%.
icon. How can you pass that up?
Yeah, and do you know what? I'd shag him and I'd do a kiss and tell.
And I'd want him to narrate the whole thing.
Yeah, so would I. So would I. In fact, no, do you know what I'd like? I'd like to watch Attenborough shag you and then get him to God, this is getting weird.
So dark. Should we move on?
Yeah. How did that start off from what's the favourite show you've ever done? I'll tell you what I'd like to watch. Attenborough shagging you.
I don't know if we're going to be able to put any of this in or whether it's like treason.
Yeah,
it's like
it probably is.
Unpatriotic in some way.
Yeah.
We're just showing how much we love them. Listen, we have talked about a lot of things on today's show, from like reality TV to attitudes towards relationships. But I wanted to take a couple minutes to talk to you about grudges, Pete. This part of the show is brought to you by our partners, Trustpilot, and we've got a couple questions for you. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay. What is the silliest grudge you've ever had? It can be anything. It can be from like an Uber driver who gave you a bad rating. It could be a person who sent you a nasty comment on Instagram. Anything.
Mine is actually really, really pathetic.
They tend to be.
It's so bad. I used to get petrol in the same petrol garage. This is actually so sad that I actually remember this. It is so sad. I used to get petrol in the same petrol garage. Bear in mind that this is a really busy petrol garage. So there's absolutely no reason why anyone would remember my name or anything like this. Was years and years ago. But I used to go there literally, it was like clockwork, because I used to do the same drive all the time. So petrol used to go down, like, you know, when you have like a day almost that you always get petrol on, and it used to be like that. Well, you don't, because you don't fucking drive, do you? But anyway, so it used to be the same every time. And I must have been going to this petrol station for about 3 years. And I always remembered this guy's name, because I always used to go in there and I'd get the same stuff, and he'd be like, how are you? But it was just like, mate. You just say someone's mate, but obviously he has a name badge on. So I knew his fucking name. I just assumed that he probably knew my name because I go in there all the time, and obviously he wears a name badge, so I knew his name.
Yeah.
You know, I remember being, after about 3 years, him going, anyway, take care, Paul. I was so offended because I thought, fucking Paul, I've been coming here 3 years. Fucking Paul, have you said my name's Paul the whole time? I thought we were like mates. Paul? Who the fuck is Paul? And when I say, right, listen, this is how sad I am, I never went back there for petrol.
No, please tell me you go back now.
No, fuck him. Fucking Paul. I know I didn't have a name badge, but I just assumed after that amount of time we were mates. And I just remember going, yeah, take care, Paul. And I remember going, Paul, fuck, sure he's not. Bastard.
You're such a baby. I can't believe that. I thought you'd be more evolved than that.
No, I'm that petty.
I think, and have you noticed, right? Like, listen, this is my explanation. I think I've noticed like an influx in like negativity across the internet. Like whether it be like snidey comments on Instagram or poor reviews, just people lashing out. And don't get us wrong, I get it. We've had a hard couple of years. Like, this pandemic's been difficult for everyone. It's brought its own separate set of struggles for each individual. And I think people have rationalized in their head that an appropriate place to vent these frustrations and angers is the internet.
Yeah.
It is like a celebrity, a stranger online, an influencer, an unknown business owner. But they seem to forget that there is a very real person on the other end of their harsh review, cruel words, probably anger-induced opinion. And I totally understand, like, you know, it's like, it's easier than saying something to someone's face, but it's still, they do not understand the gravity and of their feelings, do they?
Yeah, and I think the thing is as well, when it comes to the internet and typing stuff, that's there then, that's out there. You can't take it back. It's very different. If you say something to someone's face, it's you can sort of forget about it. When you actually go to type something and put something out there, that's it. People can go over that, and do you know what I mean? It's there. And I don't think people don't really think that through, do they?
No.
I'm not one of them people. I'm not an angry typer reviewer.
No, I'm not.
I'm just...
I think there's something, so I can speak in anger, Like
Yes.
I used to do that an awful lot, especially when
But
I was
that's a
younger.
reaction and an emotional response. To actually sit there, I feel like that's quite,
Calculated, right?
yeah.
And I think like we need to think about this behavior because it's exactly like you say, once it's out there, once it's in black and white, once it's written, there are ramifications. That is all there is to it. Like I've already read it. You can delete it tomorrow if you want, hun, but I've already read it. And these things, like I'm trying to be so much more like thicker skinned and grown up, but Pete, they hurt sometimes,
Oh,
you know?
yeah, of course they do. I mean, listen, I know over the years we've spoken about it before. Some of the shit that people have wrote about you, about me, but not just that. Some of the stuff that you read about other people, you read about different businesses. Even when people, for example, and it's another one. Christmas obviously has just happened. The amount of people that ordered things, right?
Yeah.
And then it might not have come in time because you've got Christmas, but it's always the company's fault.
Yeah.
It's always do you know what I mean? You ordered late there, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like you can't
Yeah.
help the fucking postal service, but it's always the company's fault. Oh, tag, never use this company again. They haven't tried to fuck you about, have they? Do you know what I mean? No one tries to, like no companies or whatever try and be a dickhead, but everyone always just thinks, and if you have got a platform and you start slagging off a company like that, people automatically see it. It's like having a headline written about us. People don't often read the article, but they'll see the headline. So if it's Vicky Pattison on Bleary Night Out, all they've done is put on the picture and they're thinking, oh, Vicky's pissed again. But actually, you look at the thing, you might have been drinking soda and lime all night, but they've got that one picture where you're half asleep, and then suddenly everyone goes, oh, she's pissed again.
Yeah, that's it. Once it's out there, it's out there. And I just think across any platform, we have to have a bit more awareness of the gravity of our words.
Yeah.
Especially now when like people are having tough times, we're all struggling. Like I think we should just be being a little bit more kinder. Do you not?
Completely and utterly agree. And I think sometimes it's people that it's really weird because it's a society issue, isn't it? It's that people seem to feel better about themselves by putting other people down. And I've never really understood that. Never really understood why putting other people down or putting that kind of negative energy onto other people makes you feel better.
Yeah.
It almost would make me feel better to be more upbeat and positive about people than, do you know what I mean? But that kind of, it's like releasing that and putting it onto other people. Why?
Nah, but then that's who you are. You're an evolved, happy person, and I think there's nothing wrong with honest critique, with like constructive criticism. Like for me, for example, like I am a first-time dog owner, you know, and like I know you're an old hat at it and stuff, but there are some things along the way that I might have got wrong. And someone sliding into my DMs to say, like, just so you know, hun, he's potentially doing this because of X, Y, and Z, or don't let him chew that stick because the splinters can hurt his mouth. I don't mind that at all. Keep things like that coming, guys. Like, I want the best life for Milo. However, it is all in your tone. It is all in the way you talk to us. Like, if you're trying to help and make Milo have a better life, like, I love you for that. If you are coming into my DMs and telling me you don't fucking deserve that dog, you're an idiot, blah, blah, blah. This, like, it's horrible. It's so hurtful to me. I don't end up taking your advice because I'm so upset. Like, and did it make you feel good? Like, nobody in that circumstance comes out a winner. It's all just so toxic and unhealthy. Constructive criticism is one thing. Please sit on your comments, think about them before you write them. And if you still feel that way, articulate it, but articulate in a nice way that can help whoever you're talking to get better.
100%. I completely and utterly agree with you, Vicky Pattison. What's your name?
I'm Vicky Pattison, mate. We've only known each other 10 years.
Sorry. Do you know what it is, Vic? Is that I was so lost in your
rant.
No, because I do completely agree with you. And I was just thinking about it then. And yeah, you're 100% right. People don't fucking think things through, and they really should start doing that because the ramifications are. Like, I almost feel like when you, for example, when you do things on a computer or whatever, you never really see the reaction of the other person.
No, you
Now,
don't.
if you complain about something in person or you have something to say, you have an emotional reaction saying, where you say something to someone's face, you almost get how they've taken it.
And that can hurt. Then you can understand, can't you?
And then you can think, oh, fuck, I've gone too far there or whatever else. But what people don't, when they type something, they just leave it. They don't see when someone then reads that and what their reaction to that is. And I think that it's almost like a safety net for people to be a dickhead and hide behind a computer screen.
It feels really, and like I'm making a sweeping generalization here, feels really cowardly.
Yes.
To say really hurtful things and not have to have ramifications for your actions, not have to see the way they make the other person feel. So I just think going forward in 2022, I think we should all be a little bit more mindful and kinder with the way we talk to others, whether it be online, whether it be a comment to a celebrity or an influencer, whether it be a review. I just think let's try and be the energy we want to get back.
100%. Make a very, very good point.
Okay, before I move on, can I just ask, what is the worst thing anyone's ever said to you on social media?
Oh.
That we can say, because I bet you there's some shit we can't.
Well, do you want the ones that are probably most hurtful?
Oh, no, don't make me sad, because I'll be so upset on your behalf. Tell me something. Go on, a bit silly.
All right, the funny ones that I get all the time is he looks like he needs a good wash. I get that one quite a lot. I bet he stinks.
That's mad, because I can actually personally vouch you're one of the best smelling men in the world. That's insane. So they obviously don't know.
Yeah, people are just like, there's no way he's 33. He looks at least 50. Get that one quite a lot. And genuinely, when I say I get these ones, no idea what anyone sees in that creepy little tired man.
That one was me.
Do you know what my favourite thing out of everything is? Listen, everyone thinks that I am genuinely the size of a hobbit. I get it all the time. I get called little man.
You're so much taller than me. It's only because you're knocking about with people like Lockie.
Yeah, the geezer's 6'4", for fuck's sake. Like, do you know what I mean? He used to sleep in a fucking grow bag when he was a child. I don't look like he's a fucking throwback, right? Don't say I'm completely normal. It's not my fault that he's a fucking monster, is it? I'm 5'10", and everyone's like, oh. So whenever people meet you in person, they go, oh, you're a lot taller in real life. What did you actually think I was?
No.
They literally think I'm Frodo's fucking brother.
But you know what I get whenever people see me? Like, obviously, I've said I'm filming this new show this week. I sat down with a lady the other day and she went, aren't you thin in real life? Like, people obviously see me on TV and think, oh, she's a pudding. Like, and I don't mind. But, like, the camera does add a little bit of weight. You know, lockdown didn't help. I definitely sat with my finger at my arse eating, like, banana bread for a year. But, yeah, people are so shocked that that was me. Yeah. Oh, it's mad, isn't it? But, you know, whenever I post a picture of you, Peter, like, oh, it's your birthday, or we see each other, it's like, all I get in my comments is, like, the women are obsessed. They're like, what a not even just that, the men love it as well. Like, what a handsome man, he's so gorgeous. Oh, I would, all this sort of stuff. So I wish you could see yourself more through my eyes.
Well, listen, I appreciate that, but I do need a wash. I had one. I had one at Christmas, so you know, I'm not due one for a good 3 or 4 months, but you know.
Next, I think you had your annual wash, babe. Just like people need to get off your back.
100%.
But I do think I've realised, like, next time I go to post a review on Trustpilot, I'm certainly going to pause, take a second, put my feelings to a side maybe, and think what information is most useful for this brand going forward before I type. And I think we all need to remember that.
Yeah, 100%. Constructive criticism.
That is what we all need going forward. Yes. Right. Before I let you go, first question, before of the end ones, I think it's amazing that people are so fixated on your female relationships, when, with myself excluded, I believe it's your bromances that are probably far more interesting and important here. Am I wrong?
Do you know what? It's very weird. I do have a few romances, don't I? The romances, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about Lockie. I think the dynamic between you two, you're obviously a great friend to him. You're living with him right now, aren't you?
Yeah, we are living together. We are 30 plus roomies.
You're Essex's answer to Joey and Chandler, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty. Which one am I?
Chandler. He's funny, he's witty.
All right, yeah, I'll take that one. Yeah, and Lockie does eat a lot.
Lockie is Joey, yeah. I mean, I imagine that's why you've taken this job on my podcast, because it costs so much to feed him, no?
No, honestly, the dogs love him. Obviously, I'm vegetarian, but the dogs love him because he does just wander around the house eating packets of chicken.
And dropping them on the floor as he goes.
I was like Hansel and Gretel, and they just follow him around. But yeah, because he obviously goes to the gym and he's like, yeah, got to have chicken and rice.
Alpha.
Alpha. I am a caveman. Yeah.
So how does it, right? This to me is probably this is a question I've had for ages. Do your worlds, your two bromances, do they ever collide? Because I don't see Lockie and Sam Thompson as like your normal like little group of friends. Like they feel like maybe you should keep these groups separate, Pete. Do we ever try and mix them?
No, I do keep them separate. They are different horses for different courses.
Nice way of putting it. So.
They are very, very different. We have very, very different nights out, and I love them both in completely different ways. Sam is like the brother I never wanted, like a small, tiny little brother who I have to look after. Whereas Lockie is more like we're very similar, me and Lockie.
Yeah.
So it's a very different dynamic. I don't have to look after Lockie, whereas Sam I do. And they have met before. I think last time they met, Lockie had Sam in a headlock.
Perfect.
Yeah. And I think he may have scared Sam a little bit. Lockie is a very big man, and I think he manhandled him and said, "Why do you keep stealing my best mate?" And I think Sam cried.
Yeah, honestly, just such a great interaction. Like everybody knows there's no love lost between yourself and Sam. I think he's a bit of a knob. But I'm so sorry, Pete. I can't help myself. I am nice to everybody. Sam Thompson just annoys me.
Do you know what's really funny is obviously me and Sam have got this show together.
Of course, reality TV news.
Yes, and so every week, like the producers and that, they're like, "Oh, do you think Vic would do it?" No, I'm just like, "No." Well, do you not think? Do you think Vic would? No.
No, but I would actually do it.
And they're like, "Why wouldn't she do it?" And I'm like, "Well, she fucking despises Sam, so so I just." Let's not ask. Because I know if I asked you, you'd probably go, yeah, I'll do that. And then but the awkwardness, it kind of makes me want you two to interact. I can sit there and go, you know what I mean?
Just get your popcorn out. But what people don't understand is like, again, this is going back to our grudges. This is the most pathetic grudge ever. I am the pettiest person in the world. Sam Thompson started it. Like,
listen, I'm not hearing it anymore because I heard you started it. She started it, and do you know what the funny thing is? It took you. You're both two of my very, very, very good friends. I still don't know what the fuck it's about, right?
I don't think any of you do anymore, Pete.
I don't think you two either. I think it's just no. I don't like why. Well, it's just saying that happened.
Long story.
Yeah, long story. Is it? Have you forgotten? Have you both forgotten what it is? And you know there's a problem, but I can't think what it is.
I know what the problem is. He tried to sell a story on me.
Fucking hell!
That's it.
I'm going through a tuck.
Do you know what? But you're right, mate. It was so long ago. I should really be the bigger person and grow up.
Do you know what, Vic? New year, new you.
Oh, God. I'm so conflicted because I want to be the same old cow. Right. 2022, I'm going to come on your show and I'm going to be nice to Sam Thompson. What about that? How do you like those apples?
I fucking love them apples.
Yeah.
Love them apples. And then I can't wait for you to leave this studio and go, no, he's still a dick. Because I know you so well, right? I know you so well. That's exactly. You go, no. Then you'll call me. He's still a cock.
I'll be like that. I'll be, oh my God, Sam, I'm so pleased we'll put everything to bed. Like, such a great guy. Like, let's do dinner. I'll turn around and be like, arsehole.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And do you know what? And that is why I love you.
And I love you too. Before I let you go, first of all, you've been an amazing guest. Thank you so much, as always. You dream. Here at Vicky Pattison, The Secret 2, we like to give our gorgeous guests a chance to impart some pearls of wisdom for our lovely listeners. And I was really inspired listening to you talk about your love life, your dating dramas. But it feels like you've really got a handle on it, and you've evolved, and you aren't willing to settle. You don't want to break girls' hearts unnecessarily. Like, you are in pursuit of something, and I think that's really admirable. So many people out there now, and myself included, have settled for the wrong person out of fear of being alone, And I think a lot of people probably at this time of year in particular are looking to change something in their lives, to shake something off, but potentially don't have the confidence or the self-love. So I want to know what your secret is to not settling.
The secret to not settling. Do you know what? For me,
And you know, Pete, it can be in love life and it can be professionally. Like you're clearly very happy and driven in both areas.
I think for me, it's just about not conforming to what you should do if it doesn't make you happy. What everyone's idea of happiness is very, very different. Happiness is objective, same as success is. Success isn't based on money, isn't based on anything. The one thing in life that I would really love to get, and I think few people have, and it may take my whole life to get to that point, and I would hope that I am still here to achieve the one thing in life that I want, which is peace of mind. And it would just be really nice to have some sort of peace of mind to go, do you know what? I was here, I made a difference at some point to someone, or I left a mark that means that I did okay. And I think striving to that is something that I've, especially over the last it's probably 5 years or so, is something that I've just realized that is what would make me happy. It makes me happy to kind of to make other people happy, but do it for the right reasons, and do it because it's a natural occurrence rather than forcing something that isn't necessarily there. And I don't know whether it's a brave thing to do or a silly thing to do, because I probably am missing out on stuff, not growing with people, but I just feel like I need to grow myself and understand myself more before I can offer someone the love and respect and everything that they deserve, because we all deserve that. And I would just like to be the best person I can for my soulmate when I find her.
You know what, babe? I just think that's so beautiful. And there's not not a woman listening. I'm saying woman because I'd be very shocked if I have any male listeners, but there's not a woman listening right now who doesn't think to themselves, that is exactly what I want to find too. So whenever the time is right and you feel like you're ready, I know that girl will be really, really lucky. And I just hope she lets us play together still.
Oh, of course she will. Listen, me and you, we're basically inseparable now. We're for lifers.
Yeah, we are. We're the OGs, son.
We are the OGs. We literally are the OGs, aren't we?
Emphasis on the O.
Yeah, literally. Oh God, what's happened to? Do you know what?
Me, you, Callum Best.
40's creeping up on us,
no,
isn't it?
Fuck you. You know, you just had you were good. You were doing so well on this podcast.
Sorry.
Really upset me.
Sorry. And now for part 3, Vicky cries.
Solidly for an hour. We've all seen that before.
No, listen, I love you, so it's always a pleasure to speak to you, regardless of whether it's work or personally. And we do need to go out very, very soon.
Let's do that. Let's do a doggy walk and then let's go to Amazonico, but separately so I can get changed.
Yes, and also I feel like Milo would absolutely rip it apart.
Yeah, he would. He's absolutely torture. He's shown that polar bear such a good time though. He's ripped her ears off. She looks like a really big vole now.
Oh, fabulous! A really big vole.
Vole. Yeah.
Oh, lovely, delightful. Whatever floats his boat. We've all been there, so that's his.
Oh, that was Pete Wicks, everybody. Vole shagger.